honored to be on here today with you. And I just, really value a lot, and I try to learn as much as I can from you. You probably don't know this, but I do. Like, I go back and I watch videos. Like, you did a great interview with Jay Kinder. I see your scripts that you put up in there in the files, and I just like to follow them because I think what you're doing is great and you've proven success. And I want to learn from people like you. And actually just having my license, about 2.5 years, everything's still very new to me. I'm fortunate for my coach mentor, Rick Dillon, who's taught me a lot about real estate. In fact, actually, he's taught me everything about real estate if it wasn't for him. So I'm grateful for him. And yeah, it's going good. My story, 2.5 years, got my license. I was working full time and I was working at a brokerage, which was like $1 a day. Kind of get what you pay for, right? So, and then I learned about EXP Realty from Rick, and he was like, "Mona, we're going to EXP Realty," and I was like, "Okay, let's do this." It was so exciting, and as we grew into it, like from April 1st of 2020, it was just like every single day was like something fantastic. Like, oh, we also have this, and this is how we collaborate in the workplace. This is where the free coaching and the free mentoring is happening and support for agents in the world. And it was like all kinds of trainings all day long. I remember there was like literally 2 weeks where I was just going to every single training. I loved it. I was sitting at home, it was COVID, and I was just watching all kinds of training from these industry experts from all over the world. And, I know a lot of people pay tons of money outside of EXP Realty for coaches and mentoring and things like that. But the fact that it was free within our brokerage, I utilized it, right? Just like the CRM, it's a free system and it does wonders. It's fantastic. And I utilized it and just kind of went with it. So I'm fortunate for all these systems and tools that are available to us.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's pretty amazing that you're able to get all this stuff, and a lot of time when you say the word free,
Mhm.
people don't really understand what the true value of that thing is.
Yeah.
So I was paying $1,050 a month for coaching,
Wow.
and I was paying $700 a month for a CRM.
Oh my gosh.
Quick math, 1750 per month.
Right.
And I considered it worth it. Like my business, I needed that for my business to operate. But now I pay $85, including the CRM.
Yeah.
I got the coaching and the mentoring right there together. So like, I mean, it's a huge saving in of itself. So I mean, I always tell somebody like, when you get connected to the right people, and you're able to copy. I make a joke
Mhm.
about myself all the time. I say
Mhm.
I was a C student in high school, and I
Mhm.
occasionally got an A and B depending who I was sitting next to. So, so,
Love it.
if you can sit next to the right people and copy, like it's able to take your business to the next level so much quicker. And that's what I've been seeing you doing. Like, I mean, I've been seeing
Thank
like,
you.
the
Yeah.
mentorship from Rick, the mentorship from like the Honey Badger group, and
Yeah.
just taking that whole thing and just kind of building not only your real estate career, but being able to help other agents as well. So,
Mhm.
you do this CRM training. Like, well, first of all, you're new 2.5 years.
Yep.
You do the homework, get the education,
Yep.
and then not only you're using it for yourself, but you're helping others. I mean, let's talk about that whole thing.
Yeah. You know what? So when I got my real estate license and I was at the other brokerage, I won't say the name, but I remember wanting to get some help on doing a lease. I never did a lease before. Actually, I never did a transaction before. So I was asking for help, and it was unfortunate. I was told no. Like, plain out no from this agent. And I was really disgusted by it because I felt like, I thought we're here to help each other. Like, isn't this what it's all about when you're in one brokerage? Like, don't you want to help each other grow? I came from a corporate world where you do help everyone, right? You help one another grow. And the fact that that wasn't happening, I was really disappointed. So being a new agent and anything that I learned, I wanted to share it with other people. And only, like, if they had questions, I would help them. And I started to find that a lot of people were leaning towards me and asking me questions and, wanting my input and suggestions. And I thought, well, what's the point of keeping the knowledge to yourself, right? It's always nice to share with other people. And if it's gonna help them in any way, well, maybe they might pay it forward and do it to someone else. So hey, why not lead by example and start off that way? So that's what I started to do, and it's been going great. So I started the Smart CRM coaching. So it's all the KV core systems and tools, and there's a lot to learn in that, and especially if you're not well versed and you need some step by step. They do have tutorials, videos to watch, but I think it's nice to have like a group, and you can just kind of jump on and ask each other questions. And so every Tuesdays at 10 a.m. I do the Smart CRM coaching, and then every first Tuesday of the month is a live Q&A on it. So you can jump on and ask any questions you want or share best practices. I always recommend that as well, because maybe someone's doing something that someone else doesn't know about. So why not share that?
Yeah, so I mean, it's the power of the group. I mean, because like I said, I've seen you on there, and
Mhm.
not only are you able to kind of go over things, but like you said, you got other people where they might have learned something different, and that it helps, and they're sharing, and somebody else is sharing, and everybody's being uplifted. So like what they say, rising tides lifted all boats. So
Yeah.
that's really what's happening in your group, right?
Definitely, definitely. And it's so nice to meet people from all over. Like it's not just GTA, Canada, Toronto, where I'm at. I've met so many people from the States, I've met people all over. So it's been really nice.
Yep. So all right. So for somebody that don't know the power of a
Mhm.
CRM and how that can actually change your business, can you talk a little bit about that of itself? Like, what are you using your CRM for, and how has that changed your business, but also the business for other people?
Okay. So I use the CRM for all my leads. All my contacts go in the CRM, and it's great because we can categorize them. So you can categorize by buyers, sellers, renters, vendors, agents. Perhaps you're collaborating with agents on your team. So it's great. I love that, and I just find that having that system, because you speak to so many people, you have so many contacts, and you talk to them, you may not remember what is you know Mike looking for, and these things, all this information is in a timeline. It's all date stamped, everything. You can send out search alerts, you can see what they've been looking at, you can help them. Perhaps they're looking at too much and their search has gone too broad, now they're confused. You can contact them directly. Like there's so many fantastic tools and systems like in the database itself. But I really use it for my buy and sell, and I use it for all my vendors. Like all my mortgage advisors are in there, my home inspectors, my stagers, everybody's in there. Because sometimes you forget, like, who's a home stager in ABC city, or who's a home stager at, like, city D. So you want to kind of have all this information and be able to connect right away. This is how if you're an expert and you want to be an expert in your local market area as a real estate agent, you need to be organized. And in order to be organized, you need a database to do the work for you. And it's great because, especially with the automation that they have in it as well. Like, there's times when, for example, we're doing this right now. I'm sure my database is sending out emails and text messages to my clients. So it's great. Like, once we're done, I'm going to log on and I'm going to see what's going on. So, it's all about, being working smart with your time.
Yeah, I mean they call it smart CRM for a reason, right?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Smarter than me, I'll say that.
Yeah, yeah. So for somebody else that don't understand exactly what she means by sending out emails, this is not a property blasting. You
No,
know,
no,
it's pretty much asking the client questions. Pretty much getting them to raise their hand, say, "Hey, I want to be contacted." Right?
correct,
Yeah.
correct. And it's great because there's landing pages, there's squeeze pages. You can customize your website. If you're doing a big event like we are for October the 4th, you can put that as a custom page on your website. You can have, instead of just like a picture on your backdrop for your website, you can actually load a video on the back. to make it really personal, to invite someone to your website. It's like your website is like your home. You're inviting someone to your home, and this is what you offer, right? This is what you have. So it's nice. There's so many great things that you can do, and it's fun. Like, it's a lot of fun, right? At the end of the day, it's representing who you are. This is what your clients are seeing. And going back to, what I learned about real estate is that, the person, your clients are trusting you with one of the biggest transactions, right? So you really want to make sure that you understand what you're doing and you're able to help them and you're organized.
Yeah.
So love it. Just great tools. And a lot of, you can look up all the listings as well. I noticed, like, for us here, we don't have to, you know, sorry, like, you don't need to be a part of so many different boards. It actually pulls up a wide range of listings. So, going back to saving money, like we talked about with CRMs and coaching and support, you also don't need to be a part of all kinds of boards. You can be a part of one board because all the listings pull up for you. So that's another great advantage in time and money saving as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. So, like, I know we're keeping all our information, our client information, and we're being able to follow up with our clients through the system. But let's say that I'm an agent and, I don't have any clients. And,
Yeah.
my biggest thing is I need business. I need leads to come in.
Mhm.
Like, what are some of the stuff that you're able to do in order to help that person out?
Okay, so we've got lead generation. Oh my God, let's talk about that. We've got making it rain. We've got organic leads. We can generate pretty much anything that you want out pre-construction. We can boost properties. Perhaps, if you have a listing, you can boost your property. There's minimal costs involved. There's organic ways to do it as well. Um, there's so many leads. My concern for everybody is not the leads. You'll get the leads, no problem. But once you get the leads, do you know how to convert those leads? Let's talk about that. I think that's where it really, as new agents, because I was like that too. I was like, oh, I want leads, I need leads. But I didn't realize, my God, I have a lot of leads. Like, I do. I have a lot of leads, and it's a matter of converting those leads. And by converting those leads, that means communication. That means picking up the phone, sending emails, text messages. I don't even know if anybody really, I don't know, like, look at emails anymore. Like, I find text messages are a lot better these days. So the rate is, at least for the responses I find, are text messages. But there's so many different ways to generate leads. So hop on a Tuesday, and I'll show you all the different ways that you can get leads.
Yeah. It's funny because, like, if normally I'm talking to an agent, and one of the questions I ask is like, where do you want to be in the next 12 months, right? So
Mhm.
they'll tell me, I want to, just say six figures, um,
Yeah.
I want to, sell 40 houses, whatever it is, that's what they
Mhm.
tell me. So then my next follow up question is always, all right, what is it that you need? What are you missing to get there?
Yeah.
And it's almost always I need more leads.
Yeah. It's
I mean,
true. It's so true.
it never would fail. I need more leads.
Yeah.
So when I hear that, I mean, I go through the whole process, but and I let them know, like, be honest with you, leads is probably one of the most easiest things
Mhm.
generate.
Yeah.
If you understand a little bit about marketing, you understand how to use the CRM properly, which you
Yeah,
teach on every Tuesday. You can get leads, but
that's right.
converting the leads, that's the issue. That's what we need to work on. That's where we gotta put our hats on in order
Yes.
to use our scripts, use the stuff from people that's
Mhm.
100,000 homes a year, just copying their stuff in order for us to convert those leads and get them over. um
Absolutely. Well said. I couldn't agree with you more. That's what it is. And it's like, reach out. I say to all agents, reach out. If you like someone's style, you like the way they're promoting their business, reach out to them. I'm sure they'd be more than happy to help you. I see what you do, James, and you're doing really well. And I like it, like, I follow it. So I follow your scripts. I use them. They work well. I change them a little bit because, a little different here in Toronto, but the concept's still the same. The formula is still the same. So Yeah, definitely. I would say reach out to people and just get that coaching. NAEA's got an amazing, buyer script, seller script. I follow that as well. That sits right here on my desk.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and that, I mean, it's funny because like that is specific. I know we mentioned the brokers before, but that's specific to our group in the broker.
Yeah.
You know
Hmm.
that we're able to, be able to, take advantage of that stuff. Um, but the CRM in and of itself, like most agents, sometimes I'll turn an agent on, right, and then
Hmm.
they'll start getting the leads. So then, I'm calling them back like, so how's everything going? Oh, it's going all right. I'm like, okay, well, are you calling the leads back? Well, it's like,
I know.
you
You
got,
know what? The automation is so great, but it's like you also need some human touch too,
yeah,
right? At the end of the day, how great would it be if we had like a robot just going and showing homes, right?
yep,
There goes our job, right? We want that personal touch.
yep,
We want to have that with our clients, and our clients want that. They want to feel that with us as well. At the end of the day, it's a big decision. They're
yep,
buying a house or they're selling a home and they're trusting you. So, you can't just leave it to automation. I think automation is great. It's convenience, time saver, but at the end of the day, they're going to buy a house because they like James. They like the way James sells homes. They like the way James is going to represent them in this transaction.
Well, the automation helps create that know, like, trust. That people do business with who they know, like, and trust.
Right.
So, I always say, the automation, use that as, when somebody raises their hand. Like the biggest thing, like, hey, I don't want to call a cold lead. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I understand that. I wouldn't want to, that it's sometimes difficult to call a cold lead. However,
Mhm.
the automation is going out. You're getting emails and text messages as if it was you asking the questions. Are you looking for a 3-bedroom home or 4-bedroom home? Are you
Mhm.
looking at this particular school district or that particular school district?
Yeah.
It's going out, like you said, like right now, you're doing this interview and automation is going out to, people in your
Mhm.
database as if it was you. So when it kicks back in, it's a it goes right to your cell phone. So it's like, okay, well, it's easier to follow up with somebody that's responding to something that you're sending out versus actually calling somebody just cold, from nothing, right?
Absolutely, you said it, and I love the fact that it's mobile friendly as well. We have the smart CRM on our mobile. Like sometimes I'll be driving and I'll just speak into it, and it will make the notes for me. So this is great technology. Like fantastic. I love it. And then just having the two free websites and having a smart number so you don't need to worry about dialing out from your cell phone sometimes. You're not sure who you're calling, so you actually have a smart number that can dial out for you or send text messages and communicate on your behalf. Like that's fantastic. You don't get this anywhere else,
Yeah,
so these are some great things that are important for people to know when they're looking into smart CRMs and what to purchase.
yeah. I
But
mean,
it's free for us.
yeah, it's free for.
Bonus.
I mean, it's a big deal. Like I said, I was paying, and you can get, our CRM outside
Mhm.
of, being part of our, our group or our organization,
Right.
but it's going to cost you, 400, 500. Like I said, I was paying 700 at the time per month
Right.
for that, but it's absolutely needed. The technology is needed. I mean, I've been on a three-way with Jay, and he's going through his process and helping an agent. They say they want to double their business, and one of the questions he'll ask, like, all right, so how are you getting business right now? So like, well, I'm referral based,
Yeah.
and but I want to double my business. It's like, all right, you're referral based, you want to double your business. One of the
Mhm.
biggest things with referrals is not predictable, right? So
Yeah.
like you don't know, actually you can't put finger on when somebody's going to give you a referral. It just kind of comes.
Right.
When you have a proven plan on how to, one, get leads, and number two, how to follow up with them and convert those leads. Well, now you have a plan in place where you can kind of predict, okay, well, it's just a numbers game. 10 leads, 4 conversations, two people I'm working with,
Mhm.
two to one closings. All right. All right.
Yeah.
So if you understand the math with that, it's just a matter of like, okay, if I want more closings, I just need to increase the production on the lead part of it. And then, the formula's there. So that's how you kind of build this whole thing out, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's other strategies too. Once you have a database of some clients, even if it's 20, you can promote things on your social media. You can create landing pages and share it on your Twitter, LinkedIn. There's so many different places that you can put these landing pages on and squeeze pages. You can even do property of the week, or like, hot deals, pre-construction. Like, there's so many strategies that you can use to generate leads and to engage your current database that you have. So this will be, like you said, like, triggers, put your hand up, hey, I'd like some more information, then to reach out to them. So I think it's just a matter of people realizing what the system offers, and once they know that, they can implement what works best for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So changing gears a little bit. Uh,
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
going back to you helping people and
Hmm.
providing value. Um,
Hmm.
you got a huge event going on Monday. Uh,
Yes. So excited. We're so excited. This is the we did an event last year and it was great, but this is just off the hook. So this is on Monday, October the 4th at 10 a.m. It's happening in Toronto at the Mirage Convention Center. And we have about I'm going to say 200 registered real estate agents. And the topic is how to double your real estate business, from Al Stasek. He's our keynote speaker. You know Al very well. Why don't you talk about Al?
uh,
You know him. I have never met Al. I've only, spoken to him via Zooms and phone calls and stuff. But why don't you talk about like how amazing Al is?
yeah, I mean, if you don't know, you don't know, right? So, no, but I mean, it's funny because I first met him in Key West at one of the masterminds that Jay and them hosted, and I mean, he got up there, and what I like about our group is not only are they high level people, but they're so freaking down to earth, and they're always willing to help. So,
Mhm.
Al runs a team in Ohio, and he I think he's doing about 300,
Yes.
plus transactions a year that they're
Hmm.
selling up there. And he's built this huge organization within our company, and just straight up just helping people. Like, it comes from a point of value. So
Hmm.
he tells this whole story of how he was kind of overweight and at one point and
Oh, really? I have no
unhappy.
idea. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he
Yeah.
goes into all of that stuff, but at the same time, he just, he started getting connected to the right people, and he started copying the systems, and he started building his business. He had ISA, thing going on at one time as well.
Yeah.
It's always been about, helping and adding
Hmm.
value to other agents. So, I mean, I know that double your business. I mean, he's going to bring the fire. He's going to
Hmm.
deliver, and people are going to come back with so much information. Not only just excited, but the tools.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to get you motivated, but
Right.
it's another thing to give you the tools of what to do after you get motivated, and
Absolutely.
that's what's going to happen on Monday up there.
That's amazing, and I just can't wait. And the fact that this is a free event, and Al wants to give back and just provide this value to real estate agents, it's incredible. Really great way. So we're still taking a few more registrations before we hit capacity.
Yeah.
So there is some space. So if anybody's interested, feel free to contact me, or you can find the link in my bio to register for the event. But would love to see all real estate agents there, because it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, do y'all have I mean, you got a URL for the event, like something you can just say right now?
sure. I believe it is on how to double your real estate business. You can go on the Eventbrite and you can click on the link there as well.
Yeah, yeah. So, I
Yeah.
mean, you definitely want to be there. So I'm gonna tell you, right? My business did not grow until I jumped on an airplane and I
Hmm.
flew to a convention in California and got around high level agents
Yes.
that was willing to share. Now
Yeah.
that's a key. That's a key. That last part is key. Willing to share.
Yes, you're right.
I
It's
was in
true.
my office before,
Yeah.
and I'm asking questions from people like, how do you
Mhm.
get more listings? Like this one guy I said, I went to him. I said, how are you getting your listings? And it was like, all right, man, we'll talk about it. And he never talked to me. So I came back to him. I said, hey, man, I mean, I'm still seeing you get listings. How about I take you to lunch and
Mhm.
we talk about it? Yeah, we'll do that. And he
Oh,
never got back with me. So then, finally I was like, hey man, look, I'll pay you money just
yeah.
to show me what you're doing to get listings. They're like, yeah, man, you got to do that. We'll talk about it. Never would. But
Wow.
it hit me. It was like, no, I am competition to him. That's
Yes.
how he looks at it. It's like I am competition. So it's hard to get an agent that's being productive to give you their best stuff. Now they might give you some general information, but your best stuff, they're probably going to hold that back.
Of
You know,
course. Yeah.
but with our group, because of the alignment, because of the abundant mindset,
Hmm.
more than enough mindset, like we
Hmm.
give our best stuff first. Like,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and I think that's the big difference, right?
For sure. And the fact that we all collaborate together, what might work for James may not work for Mona. What works for Mona may not work for James, but how does it all work together? That's key. I don't want to make mistakes. I want to learn from James' mistakes so that I can improve myself moving forward. Right. So that's what it's all about. It's all about collaborating, helping, and just having agents grow. Like we've got the best group. So
Yeah,
fortunate, like really truly we've got the best group, and grateful to all the senior partners. So yeah, we're gonna rock it on Monday. Can't
right.
wait. You got to come down. You should come for the next event.
Yeah, you got to let me know. I mean,
Okay.
I've never been to Canada in my life.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
never.
Oh my god, you're missing out.
Yeah, I want to go. So,
Okay,
so the next
definitely.
one, definitely let me know early so
For
I can
sure.
plan it, and I guarantee you I'll be there.
Okay, awesome.
Andre's going, right? I think Andre's going up there, right?
Yeah, Andre's coming. We found out not too long ago, but I'm so grateful that he's coming. It's going to be a lot of fun. Pierre's hosting. Rick Dillon is hosting. It's going to be like one amazing event, one big fire.
One big fire. Love it.
Yeah,
Love
there
it.
it
So,
is.
so Mona, like we're wrapping this thing up.
Sure.
What suggestions do you have for someone that is, obviously, either they're in production and they're having production and they want to double their business, like what Al said, or not doing this much production and want to get to a point where their lifestyle is being changed through the avenue of real estate. Like what suggestions would you have for that person?
Suggestions would be, I would say come to the event number one, come out, check it out, see what it's all about. Reach out to anybody, reach out to James, reach out to myself, reach out to anyone in our group. We would love to share, a Zoom presentation with you on how we're doubling our business right now and what we're using and what we're doing. At the end of the day, I think it's mainly on the agent themselves. Like if they're ready to really want it and they really are excited to double their business, when someone is offering them, a business opportunity, I would say be open-minded and hear what it's all about. For those who don't really want it, then they're not going to want to really double their business, right? So it depends on you and where you're at in your life, and I think timing is always a key factor. There was actually a time in my life where I wasn't really ready for it, and here I am now, and I'm grateful for it. So I always say, go at your own pace, what works best for you. But at the end of the day, if you want to double your business and you want to succeed in real estate, then give us a call. We'll help you.
I always say, I'm looking for growth minded agents.
Yes.
People that not satisfied with the status quo. They don't want to just exist or sell a few or just get by. I'm looking for somebody that's looking for that next level.
Yes.
And searching for it. you know, people that has that hunger and desire to
Mhm.
get to be, get to that next level. So those are the people that you can help. Otherwise you can give somebody the information, you can give them gold, but they're not going to do anything with it.
Yeah,
So, they got to be hungry. They got to want it. They got to want better. And
yes.
those are the people that we can help the most. That's how I was, and that's how I got help. So,
There you go. There you go.
yeah. But
Awesome.
Mona, you've been awesome, and I mean, I'm excited about what's to come. I'm excited about what you're already doing, and you just awesome person in of itself.
Thank
That
you.
you're
Thank
giving
you.
back, and you just a beautiful person, right?
Aw, thank you, James. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And so are you. You're great. You're doing wonderful things and you're giving back a lot too. And it's funny, when I first joined DXP, I remember you were inviting me to a lot of your Zoom presentations that you were doing. And, in the beginning, I was, not sure what was happening. I was like, there was a lot going on and I was new to the industry, right? So you have to remember, I was like trying to learn about it as well. And so I was so grateful for all your presentations and everything because I learned a lot from you. And like I said, like I love going into Honey Badgers and I like to see what's posted, what are like, the new scripts, what's everyone saying, where, I like to call you guys the high rollers, like what's a high roller saying, I want to be a part of that group and just kind of learn and, mastermind and, take your successes and basically duplicate them for myself. So, thank you to you also.
I mean, that's awesome. I'll send you the check in the mail. So,
Definitely. Thank you so much for having me today.
absolutely, absolutely. And anybody that is looking to do real estate or learn about this great opportunity that we have here, definitely reach out to Mona. You can reach out to me, and we can show you some of the stuff that we've been able to do. So once again, we do these every Thursday, interviewing an awesome agent that's killing in the industry, and Mona, you delivered a lot of value. So I appreciate it. And until next Thursday, we're out.
Peace.